Joining us from Oklahoma City, Republican Congressman Tom Cole. Good to have you on board this morning.
Tom,
great to be with you.
You are one of the smartest, most gifted people on the planet. We love you. So you'll be able to answer this question. Is Donnie Deutsch is irritating to people in Oklahoma? No.
I want Donnie to come to one of my town halls. If he thinks you yelling at him is tough.
I am there. I will bring some armor, but I will be there, sir. I will be there.
Actually,
Under
now
Armour.
look, I haven't. People actually are quite nice. I mean, there's clearly occasions where they're not, but that's actually the exception. And when I had three. They weren't town halls. I actually had three chamber roundtables that were open to the public. So we had people of all stripes of opinion. I have to tell you, most of the people that came, they were what I would say was alarmed and passionate, but they weren't rude.
No, and how important is it for you and other
questions.
Republicans to get out there and not convince, the Republicans shouldn't convince themselves what Democrats tried to convince themselves of in 2009?
I think that's very important. I think Governor Sanford had it exactly right in his earlier comments that you showed. Look, this is part of legitimate dissent, and people are allowed to come do it. Frankly, the town hall meetings I had during the Obamacare town hall eruptions were probably in some ways more difficult. The crowds were bigger, but they weren't happy with you no matter where you were and on the issue. So I think we'll probably see something like this going forward for a while. And again, that's okay. It's actually much more healthy for people to be engaged in civic activity and legitimate dissent than it is for them to be either not participating at all or resorting to some sort of violence. And we certainly don't have that going on at all.
Elise?
Representative Cole, I'm just curious what your schedule is coming up regarding town halls. Are you going to add more to your schedule? Are you planning on waiting until the August recess?
We normally in April and August, particularly August, because we have 3-4 weeks where you can really schedule them out, and so that's what we do. But we have lots of public events. Again, 3 chamber meetings that were all open to the public yesterday. But we keep a very vigorous schedule, and that's okay. And we meet with people in smaller groups. If they want to come into the office, we can work that in. So, again, we try to be out there and be as visible as we possibly can.
Congressman Cole, it's Willie Geist. Most of the heat we're seeing at these town halls over the last few days is over Obamacare, whether or not to repeal it, and if you do, what you'll replace it with. So in plain English, just so Americans out there who are concerned about this can get it, what is your plan? What is the Republican plan to replace it? What does the new health care look like for these people who are afraid they're going to lose theirs?
Well, first thing I tell people is you have to remember the repeal and replacement of Obamacare is not an event. It's a process. You're not going to have one 2,000-page bill that dramatically does everything, frankly, the way Obamacare was created. And even that took 14 months to write and literally years to unfold, different parts of it to be implemented. So in this case, we're going to work through reconciliation. We don't have 60 votes in the Senate. You'll, frankly, put in a lot of things like associated health care plans, the ability to buy insurance across state lines, medical malpractice insurance in separate bills that move across. Nobody that's on Obamacare now needs to worry. You're safe through the end of the year. My guess is probably next year as well, because the plans for next year are being written now and have to be approved by April, and there won't be a legislative alternative until then. We're working with the insurance company. I'm actually involved in discussions in that because of where I sit on the Appropriations Committee now, to make sure that they have the subsidies they need to continue to provide plans. But the problem in my state is, look, this thing isn't working. We're one of 5 states. We're down to a single insurer now for the entire state if you're on Obamacare, and your rates are going up 69%. So it's not like standing around doing nothing is an alternative, or that this is a functioning system.
Congressman Tom Cole, thank you very much for being on the show this morning.